Red Dead 2's peak. It is. I worry that it's so many hours. It's a lot of hours to stream something, you know? So I want to do it, but I just hope people stick with it, because sometimes when I play a game on stream after the 50th hour of it, 30th hour, honestly, people get really tired. And they're like, oh, play something new, you know? But then when you don't finish it, then people complain. They're like, you don't finish games. So like, you know, you're always dealing with half of the people complaining no matter what you do. But you weren't a big fan of narrative-focused games? Completely untrue. I love them. I'm just picky. I really, really, really do like when it's like cinematic, it's storyline heavy, narrative-focused, all of that. It's just that I'm a big reader. I read a lot, and a lot of game writing I don't really like that much, you know, here and there. So it's like, I often like the concepts, just when the writing's bad, it like distracts me from whether or not I even like the story. It just can't, you know? You don't want to be like Zen and never finish games. Yeah, because then I get fuck-ass chatters saying shit like that in my friends' chats. You don't want to be like this person, you know? Yes, exactly. Jesus Christ. You know who says that too about me liking or not liking narrative focused games? Joel like doesn't shut up about it, and I want to kill him. I love narrative focused games and I love arcadey stuff. I love it all, right? I'll go play a game with him and he'll just say, like, to his chat, he'll be like, she only likes arcadey games, she hates story. And I'm like, what? Where are you from? What? Who are you? This is like one of my closest friends, you know? I'm like, what are you saying? And he's like, I don't know. Every time you recommend me games, it's arcadey. And I'm like, because like there are a lot of really good ones that have come out and they're like $5. Yeah. Do I need to like recommend someone play Blueprints? Everyone already knows about it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what are you saying? He's watching with his eyes closed and his ears shoved with cotton. Absolutely filled with cotton balls. That's so funny. I don't know what you guys prefer, like this community right here, right now, the people who are here right now. Do you prefer when a streamer has a game that they're playing and they play just that every day until they get through it? So they're through it in like a week or two? Or do you prefer when people like cycle games in and out? So realistically, they're on the same couple of games for a long time, right? But it's the same number of hours. It's just like they play this one game once or twice a week. Do you prefer the cycle, or do you prefer like sitting down and just getting through it? Hop out, enter, depend. Yeah, but then like what do you prefer they sit down and get through? Seems like a mix. A lot of people saying they like the cycle more so because of like spoilers, or so they can keep up with it. Yeah, I get that. I try to think about that balance all the time. Let's say I'm trying to get through Red Dead 2, Metal Gear Solid Delta. I have one day for like one-offs, and then I stream 4 days a week on main, right? So like, then what do? I do like 2 days a week Red Dead, 1 day Metal Gear, and then 1 day something else. If I do that, and I'm realistically getting through on those 2 days of Red Dead, I would get through maybe 10 hours at most of it in a week. It would take me months to get through the game, you know? Like I would be streaming the game for like 2 months. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. Which is like certain games you could do that because you're like, oh, I'll be done with this in 2 weeks. You know, it's like a 40-hour game, right? 30-hour game. Like it'll be fine. I can make it work. I'll play like 3 days a week this one week, and then 1, and then 2, and it's fine. It's done after that. Like 6 streams max or whatever, right? But then there are other games where it's like it takes so many streams to get through it that you end up like taking months. So I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to decide. You think going all in on one game for an arc is a good way to cull the community periodically? It legitimately is. It's number one that, but number two, I think it's actually the opposite. It's a chance for people that are there for the game and not you, like new people, to sit there and get solidified into the community, right? Because think of it like this: when people like discover your channel, they're discovering it for the first time usually because you're just in a game category, right? If you're just talking about Twitch viewers that are not coming from someone else's stream, like a friend's stream or something, they're just like finding you because you're playing a new thing that released. They're there because of the game. And then if the next day and the day after that you're not playing that game, those people will never stay. They will never stay because they only watched you once. They don't care, you know? But if you sit there and then you play like that thing for that week, a lot of those people do end up staying, and then they're like, oh, I actually like it here though, and then they like hang out more after that, right? So it's just like, you know, it's an interesting thing to consider. And I don't know. I think for me, as I'm spending like more time being a streamer, right, and like more and more years in, I think I actually prefer binging games and doing like 3 days a week toward the thing I'm trying to get through, and then like 1 day of just something else, maybe 2, maybe 50-50, depending on how long the game is. Like if it's not too long, you can spread out a little more. I think I prefer that now. Over time, I've just been like, yeah, I think I like binging these games, because otherwise, like, I don't know. The other thing is, like, for me, my brain is so unreliable in like remembering about these games I'm playing. So if I play something on Monday and then I don't play it again until the next Monday, I have to remember what the controls even were like. Okay, that's number one. I have to like get a feel for playing it again. in general. You like lose your ability to play it well because you just spent a week not playing it. I don't remember what's happening in the story, right? Like there's a lot that just you lose, right? I've noticed this over time. I'm like, I think I get through games faster. Like it takes me fewer hours to get through them if I play them more so in a row, a little more often. Because I feel like I'm like getting lost or relearning and recapping if I space it out. So there's that to consider too, you know? So I think it's got to be like 50-50, like 50% stuff I'm continuing and then 50% other if I've got like an ongoing playthrough going on or something.